It's actually fucked. She's back.
Suo. I think this is real, but is it?
Yeah, it's you back in 2020.
Kasane, there you are. Oh, I can't hear you, so don't bother replying. Arashi told me everything. Get out of there and head for the hideout. Kyoka and the others are already there. Hurry!
Bro, what the
Telepathic
fuck?
communication from Haruka. Then this is the present? I made it back. Copy that. I'm headed to the hideout.
Well, I want to know what happened. I'm going to the hideout.
Welcome back, Kasane. I'm glad you made it back to our time safely. Arashi had my head spinning with worry with all her wild theories.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't have much information to go on, so I assumed the worst. Now we can hear what Kasane experienced rather than just my assumptions.
Did anything happen after we got dragged back to the present?
Yuito asked me to kill the Yuito in our time.
What? What do you mean?
This is gonna be a problem. Tell them everything.
Oh. So you're saying that the fact that the world is ending in 2070 is Yuito's fault?
That pseudo-black hole that appeared at Kunad.
Yep.
It's not a black hole, strictly speaking. It's something similar that was created by Kasane and Yuito's powers.
Hence the name pseudo black hole.
It's probably created as a means to actively move through time. It was created by a human brain, so it should have a systematic mechanism to its creation. Since it's not disappearing, it's negatively affecting the world.
Yep.
So you agreed to it?
She didn't agree. She was forced to do it because the Yuito killed himself.
No, I came back before we reached a conclusion.
Maybe that was future Yuito's plan. The time travel power, the red strings, are affected by Kasane's strong emotions. When something shocking occurs, her emotions must be stored as a kind of energy. Since Kasane is unable to control her time travel power, it activates immediately.
Just when she gets very emotional.
I was worried there was a danger she could become lost in time and unable to return to the present. However, that doesn't seem to be the case.
I think it's just a case of like, if it activates, she goes in the future, and if it activates again while she's in the future, it just goes back to the present.
There must be some kind of guide when Kasane makes a time jump.
The strings.
She must be attracted to time periods she has already experienced or is familiar with.
But why did she randomly go to 2070 specifically?
And Kasane sees that guide as red strings.
That's
So,
true.
Future Yuito assumed that by increasing Kasane's emotional level, she would return to this time.
I don't care about the logic of it. Are you gonna kill that damn kid?
She didn't chill. I still don't like you, fam.
I don't know. It's not an easy decision to make.
She's not wrong, so she didn't shut the fuck up.
Right. I'm sorry for yelling.
Calm down, everyone. So much has happened to Kasane.
Yeah, let Kasane chill, bro. Like, she's dead-ass been through so much.
She has a lot on her plate.
She does.
Let's rest a bit and think about it later. It's much easier to change the future than the past. In the future that we glimpsed, Kasane never returned to the present and stayed in the future.
Wait, in the future we can... Oh, that's true. That makes so much more sense. I didn't think about that, because it actually does make sense, because had Kasane been there... See, that's the thing about time travel. It's like... Oh my god, how do I explain it? It's so finicky. Like, okay, like she just said, in the future we glimpsed, Kasane never returned to the present and stayed in the future. So, in time travel, every time you make a big decision or a decision or whatever, right? You're creating, in theory, a new timeline. Like, let's say your timeline's going, the one you're in right now, and then you come up with a decision of either, let's say, working at Apple or working at Microsoft. Let's say you go with, let's say that moment, and let's say you pick Apple, right? That moment you pick Apple to work at, another timeline is created where you pick Microsoft. And so, I'm thinking that this technically, for them, it's the original timeline. And for everyone who's in a timeline, it's their own original timeline, technically. But it's for everyone can understand what I'm trying to say. I'm going to say this one is, let's say, a different timeline. I'm going to say the original timeline is when Kasane, in this moment in time, the same exact time, because same thing happens, she travels to the future with them. But in that one, she ends up staying there and never comes back. But so everything's the same. She meets Yuito, except in this one, she ends up coming back, creating a whole new timeline where she comes back. That's what I think she's trying to, or what she's saying, or it supports what I'm trying to say.
Right, Arashi?
Yeah, that future disappeared when Kasane came back.
Exactly. Hence another timeline.
However, Yuito's existence still holds the key to the future of this world. Even though that future is gone, the possibility of a similar future still remains. Obviously, I think we should do whatever we can to prevent that.
People always say you're lazy, Arashi, but it's great that you think hard work is so noble.
How rude. I just hate wasting time, and I spare no effort to avoid it. So there's no reason for you to rush to a decision. Got it?
All right.
It might
Oops.
be good to talk to Arashi. We all went into the future. I saw it with my own eyes, but I still can't believe it. So many ancient people dreamed of time travel. I guess humanity's wish has come true.
That was a future I didn't want to see.
Sorry for the sudden message. I want to give you something I got from Naomi. Abby, I'm assuming it's come if you want. What do you think about the Seoul incident that was Yuito? Oh. What do you think the Seoul incident was that Yuito was 50 years in future mentioned? Oh yeah, an incident happened in Seoul that Yuito 50 years in the future mentioned. My guess is that it's referring to the incidents that encompass the revolt Karen started. I'm pretty sure that is it. Although nothing has happened at Susuo at this point in time. I imagine that it includes the appearance of the Kunhan Gate, but I wouldn't know anything beyond that. Yes, that means that the possibility that something should happen to Susuo in the future. In any case, I have a bad feeling about it. Sure. There we go. Damn. A lot just fucking happened.
You came. Sorry to call on you all of a sudden.
I don't mind.
Just wonder what the fuck happened.
First, let me apologize to you. Naomi was turned into an other because I wasn't strong enough to stop it from happening.
He doesn't know anything, I forgot.
I'm really sorry for the pain I've caused you.
I don't blame you for that. Anyway, what did my sister give you?
This.
It's her handwriting. Why do you have a handwritten letter from my sister? She never told me you two were close.
I don't think we were. We didn't fight together for too long, and we didn't exchange many words with each other either. However, Naomi didn't let that stop her from reaching out to me. Just read the letter.
These are recipes.
I have a habit of taking on too much work, so I'd often eat very poorly.
It just shows how much Naomi paid attention to everyone.
I thought I hid how tired I was pretty well. But one day, Naomi called me over and handed me this. She said she put together some simple and nutritious recipes so I could take better care of myself when I was busy. She could have just messaged me, but she went through the trouble of writing it out. Can you believe that?
That's just like her.
It is.
I was grateful, but it also made me think. How could I neglect my own health to the point where even a rookie was worried? I'm sure Naomi was busy herself, having just joined the OSF.
She was always like that. She'd always prioritize others over herself.
That's true. Sometimes it's a bad thing, sometimes it's a good thing.
So did the recipes help?
Yes. They were easy, tasty, and nutritious. These recipes helped me take better care of myself. I didn't have much experience cooking, but she listed all the steps I needed very carefully. As I read her notes while I cooked, I began to notice how caring each word felt.
My sister was the best.
Bro, now I'm sad. Because now I don't know if Naomi can come back. Because of the future, what the fuck happens? Or, I still hope she does, though.
Why are you giving this to me if it's helped you? It's something she made for you.
Handwritten letters are quite precious in this day and age. I thought it would be better if her sister had it. I memorized the recipes already. Besides, nobody has more heard about Naomi than you.
True.
The person who needs it the most should have it.
All right, I'll hold on to it then.
Thank you.
I feel better now that I've given it to you.
I thought she was gonna say thank you.
What do you mean? Are you saying you couldn't wait to get rid of my sister's letter?
No. I didn't mean it like that. It's just that I'm reminded of what happened to Naomi every time I look at it. I've been with the OSF for a long time. I thought I was used to losing friends. But I still can't accept what happened to her.
It's the first time. Well, it's not the first time, but it's like the first time I guess they witnessed it. Ever.
Whenever I remember, it makes me painfully aware of my own powerlessness. I feel like someone's squeezing my heart. If only I'd looked after the platoon better. There's a chance I could have prevented what happened to her. I'm sorry for unloading on you like this. I know that nobody is more hurt about her than you are.
It's fine. It's not like anything you tell me will make it worse.
I see. But as long as you continue fighting, as someone who's been in the OSF for many years, maybe I can help. Just reach out whenever you need me.
I don't think anything like that will happen, but I will on the off chance it does. Well, if we're done here, I'm going back.
All right.
He seemed like he really blamed himself for Naomi. I hate to see him waste my sister's kind gesture.
I understand where he's coming from, though. Having that feeling where you feel like it's your fault, and then, or having your fault that someone died, and having something from that person that died in your possession. I understand why he's saying it constantly reminds him. I train, I guess. Every time. Me too. I guess you can't help me. My colleagues have been telling me that I need to find a hobby. I just don't like using my time for something unnecessary. Just forget I said anything. Damn. I feel him though. Yes, I'm doing Kasane's thing.
You seem pretty knowledgeable about time travel. Why is that? I was just curious, so I studied it.
Oh.
For example, it can be said that precognition is a power that deals with time.
Does.
As long as that exists, it's very likely that time travel exists too. What an amazing power that would be. I mean, if I could control time, I could be as lazy as I wanted.
She's not wrong.